That's a ram, and that's a truck. Ram truck trucking. Welcome back, RTT. Welcome back, RTT. I'm Johnny Mack, your favorite host. Well, your only host right now. Been trying to hire, nobody wants the job. I'll do it just for you. Today, I got a sponsor, and we're going to be doing this Weighsafe install. So first, let me give a little shout out for our sponsor. If you want to hear a story of a little duckling and a little goslings named Fred and Ethel and Turd and Serena, well, HannahDuckGoose has got the channel for you. I noticed in our analytics that 100% of our viewers are men. Women like geese and ducks, so turn them on to HannahDuckGoose, and if we get 30 likes on this video, 30 thumbs up on this video, I am told Fred and Ethel will be shipped across the country to join us here in our own private little episode with them helping us do an install or whatever we got going on that day. So HannahDuckGoose on the YouTube. All right, today we're going to do the Weighsafe. We're going to install it. We're going to show you what comes in the package when you get the whole kit. And then we're going to talk about why you might need a Weighsafe hitch. So let me get all this stuff unpacked, and then we'll go over what tools you're going to need, and then we'll go over the installation process. All right, be with you in a minute. All right, here we go. We got everything out of the box. Let's talk about what comes with it. Here you have the hitch. Let's get a good look at this right here. This gauge is filled with glycerin to help improve the durability, longevity, and the functioning of the gauge. This is the big feature of the Weighsafe hitch. Alright, and we'll talk about that at the end of the video. Here you got your stabilizer bars, locking pin for the receiver, so you can lock it to the truck. Lock to lock your trailer onto your ball. Keyed alike, and actually this is for the kingpin. Sorry, I'm not sure exactly which lock this is for, but we'll figure it out when we get there. We got our parts. All right, these two bags right here are going to be for the assembly of the parts that attach to the trailer. And we got two sizes here, 6 inches and 8 inches, in case you got a bigger frame on your trailer. All right, heavy duty receiver, and your tool to help you ratchet it up and load your trailer on the truck. This is their middleweight hitch. It's the True Toe. That's their middleweight hitch. All right, and we'll go through the owner's manual. You can pause on these while we go through each step so that you can read what we got going on in the manual. I really love it. Thank you, Weighsafe, for a nice colored laminated. Okay, this thing can get wet and it's not going to hurt it, so it's going to last. And you're going to have all the questions that you ever have are going to be able to be answered, because this book is going to last for a very long time. So thank you, Weighsafe, for providing such nice material. All right, we'll open it up here. Let you guys take a look at this for a minute. You can pause it in this area if you want to read any of this stuff. Okay. The main thing you're going to need here is your torque wrench, still made in America, I think, and some random sockets. As we identify each tool, we will make sure you know exactly what tool you're going to need in order to do this install. Okay, so let me move a few things around and we'll start with the first step. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to check our locks. All of these are supposed to be keyed alike, so we'll see how well Weighsafe delivered. All right, this is your receiver hitch. You're going to push and turn and it comes out. All right, push in to put it back in. Seems like very nice quality. This, I believe, is actually an additional option to lock your trailer to the ball. Okay, same set of keys. Let's find out if it's key to like. It is. Okay, so you're going to push in and turn to slide it off, and then put it back where you want it and lock it up. Once again, it seems like very nice quality stuff here. I like that everything has, if I can get it back on, I like that everything is nice. We got nice rubber covers for the keyholes, so you don't get water in there. You get water in there when you're down in Kansas or something, and then you head up into Wyoming to do delivery, and you get there and your lock is frozen, so that's not good. And one more lock to check and see if it's key to like. It sure is. Okay, so that's good job, Weighsafe. Following through on that key to like. Now that means you have spare keys. I would recommend, I'm going to put one on my keychain, I'm going to put one in the glove box, and I'm going to put one hidden somewhere on the truck, because if you accidentally screw up and lock yourself out of your truck or something while you're standing there delivering, you want to get paid. All right, so you can pull out and you can get disconnected, and they can say it was delivered and process your paperwork while you got a locksmith coming or whatever you need to do. So plenty of keys here to stash around the truck to make sure that you don't lose a key and screw yourself and have something married to your truck. All right, take a look at here at what we're going to be doing on the first page. And you can pause it there if you want to zoom in and take a look at it. All right, now we're going to set the drop position. We have two options here for the drop position, down or up. Where our truck sits pretty tall, so we're just going to go ahead and assemble it this way and assume that that is going to be correct. I did check, and I'll show you in a second. It does not interfere with the tailgate with this 6-inch drop. All right, it does not interfere if it is in the up position. It will not damage your tailgate. If you got a bigger one, pay attention before you drop that tailgate, because it's probably going to hit. Okay, so we'll move some of this stuff, move our two locks. All right, just to show you, it was in the up position. Okay, we're not going to install it that way. This truck sits pretty high, so I'm expecting to be running it like this. If we wind up having to make a swap on that when it's time to load up, well, you'll see in that video whether or not we had to. So, like I said, all this stuff feels real nice. And we'll put our rubber back on. This is nice, and this only comes in the bundle. Excuse me. If you just buy the regular old Hitch, you're not going to get this. You're going to pay extra for this to have them ship it out separately. I purchased the whole kit, which comes with everything you need plus a couple of extras, just in case we get into trouble. So we are locked in, and these keys are going in my pocket so we don't lose them. All right, that's the first step. Let me grab a couple more things, and we'll be with you in a second. All right, the most important part of this install. Here's your Weighsafe ball hitch. Okay, we're going to be marrying it to the receiver in the dropped position. And I am just taking a guess right now and just putting it in a set spot. We'll figure out where we're going to need it once we actually need it. Okay, grab a couple more things. All right, take note, this is important. Hold on. Grab a book, because we're going to read instructions today. Dang Dodge is so tall I can't reach over. All right, so here's our book. Very important. Bolt washer on this side. Washer. Locking washer. Thread it in there. Washer. Lock washer. thread it on there. Now, we got lucky today that I got a big crescent wrench. You're going to need a big crescent wrench at least, or you're going to need an impact and a ratchet that is a 1 1/8. Okay? So, I'm going to open this up here. Make sure we got a pretty tight fit. And we're going to zip it on. Same thing with the bottom. Let this impact do as much work as possible because we're going to have to torque it. And the torque specs are over here on the side. And this little sticker, 150 to 320. Okay. While we're here, let's take a look at this little sticker. I can't see what it says from here, but you guys have the better vantage point. Take a look. Okay, and we got a QR code up here in case you want to watch Weightsafe's install video. I'm sure it's informative, but it's not going to be as fun as watching Johnny Mac do it. Come on now. Okay, now we're done with the impact. So we're going to pull our 1 1/8 inch socket off. We are going to get our fancy new torque wrench out. All right, now we have the option in case you don't know how to use a torque wrench. All right, you put this down, squeeze this down, and you set with these numbers right here. You're just going to go ahead and line it up with the number that corresponds with what you're doing. Today we're just going to go to 150. All right. We'll torque it more once we know for a fact that this is our actual position. Okay. So make sure you're on the foot-pounds for the torque. See if we can get a bite. All right, now when you're using the torque wrench, some people don't know this, but you need to, when you feel the click or you hear the click, let off slowly. Okay, just releasing it and letting it pop back off is a little rough on your torque wrench, and that's not a good thing. So I'm going to put it on there, get it in the right direction. And we're going to squeeze. Listen for the click. All right. See that? We'll check it one more time. There it is. Nice and easy. Now we're going to set up down here. Ready? Little roadblock there. Let's see if we can do it like this and give it a squeeze. One more time. Okay, that's 150. That easy. Okay, let me get a couple more things ready and we'll put the bars on. We're currently going to skip this step. This step and the actual adjustment will be in part 2 of the video when I have it hooked up to a trailer. So here's page 3. All right. We are currently going to be doing this step, installing the drawbars or the sway bars or the stabilizer bars, whatever part of the country you're in, that's what they call them. And this is the step we're skipping. This is on your trailer. We'll do that first time we have a trailer to hook up to. So, I just happened to notice that there are stickers on here that I'm going to guess indicate which side is for which and which side should be up and down. For this hitch setup, these are the heavier bars, giving us 16,000 pound tow rating. So you're going to pop your pin. And you're going to make sure the sticker's upright. Slide it in all the way. This should go in nicely. It does. And clip it. Now we can pull this out of the way. That felt real nice. And same thing on this side, repeat. Make sure your sticker's upright. Slide it in. Install the pin. There it goes. And slide it out of the way. All right. Okay, there it is, properly installed. You got these rubber boots on here. I got a complaint. We'll talk about it. Weighsafe. Make these a little tighter so they don't fall off. This is going to help you prevent possibly scratching the frame on the RV that you're towing. And if you're towing and you're working for somebody, you do not want to put any scratches on the rig. All right, we'll have a talk here in a second. Let me catch my breath. We got 2 grease certs here, one on top for your adjustment pin. This is what is going to help you set the proper weight distribution on the trailer, okay? You're going to base that information off of the scale here on the side, the hydraulic scale, and the app. There is an app for this unit, and that is part of the reason why I helped grab this. All right, I got this, and I think it's going to help me a lot with what we're doing here with the RV transportation. So you got a grease cert here, and then in this little pocket, you have one more grease cert. We're not going to grease them right now, but they will be greased in part 2. Okay, now let's talk about why you might need the Weighsafe hitch. It's all about this little scale right here. Okay. Now, there are several reasons I can think of to benefit from this when you're going to be transporting multiple different kinds of RVs. These RVs are all built differently. Okay, some of them have front kitchens, some of them have rear kitchens. Okay, and based on where them appliances are in your rig, it is going to be vital to know exactly how much weight is on your hitch. Okay, if you're only going to have one trailer ever and you're going to drag it everywhere and that's why you need a hitch, this is probably a bit overkill for you. Okay, although it is going to allow you to set your unit up and make sure it's properly distributed amongst your truck and trailer, but every time you change a different model or brand or whatever, there's going to be a different amount of weight on your hitch. This app is going to allow you to take a couple of measurements, and then it's going to tell you exactly where you're going to tighten this screw down. So like if you start down here and it's at 900 pounds, okay, and I'm just throwing some numbers out here based off of some of the videos I checked on the YouTube. If you put your hitch on here, or you put a trailer on here and it's at 900 pounds, you're going to plug in your numbers based off of the wheelbase, where that's located and everything, and then it's going to tell you tighten this screw down until this scale, hydraulic scale, reads 2,100 pounds, okay? And so once you get it hooked up and you start tightening this down, it is going to lift the trailer up and distribute the weight across the entire frame of your truck. You will notice that with just a few turns of this and increasing this up to 2,100 pounds off of a 900-pound trailer weight, you're going to notice that your front measurement on the wheel wells off of the ground is going to come back down, okay? And that's important. We're going to be pulling into scales. They're going to care how much weight is on each axle, and if you have not adjusted properly, you're going to have too much weight on your rear axle. They're going to make you park, they're going to make you fix it, they're going to make you scale, and if you're lucky, you will not get a ticket, but you're probably going to get a ticket, especially at an Iowa or Kansas scale. They are very particular and unforgiving. So I don't want to have that problem. I want to know when I pull out of the yard that this is properly set up. So at one, I don't have to stop at the first rest area and make an adjustment because it feels too loose or I'm still bouncing all over the road. Two, I don't have to worry about pulling into the scale and getting held up for an hour, hour and a half. So that's why I went with the Weighsafe hitch. Yeah, from your next best weight distribution hitch on the market, this is $300 to $400 more, depending on whether or not you got a promo code, depending on whether or not it's on sale. But to me, that is priceless to know for a fact that I am set up properly. Okay, I'm going to do one more little thing here and then we will conclude this video. Well, I thought I was, but that's going to require a different tool. I was going to swap this out because you got a pin here that you can swap out, and I think that's where the one other locking pin goes. Okay, we'll figure that out. We'll have that ironed out by the second video. So the only other thing I'm going to do to this portion of the hitch, this will be where I ride when I am empty. I am going to push these bars forward. We're going to leave this here. This hitch is not going to come off very often. Unless I got a fifth wheel in there and I'm running a fifth wheel today, then I'll take this off so I got more clearance here, all right, between the truck and the fifth wheel. So I'm going to put some reflector tape here, some reflector tape here, and some reflector tape here so that everybody can know. It'll be much more visible so people don't get too close to me when we're in traffic while I'm empty, or at nighttime somebody doesn't get too close to me at a red light and actually bump into the receiver and the hitch. So, all right, thank you for tuning in. Do me a favor, pass this along, hit that subscribe button right down in there in the corner of the screen, and give us a like. Like I said, 30 likes and Fred and Ethel are going to get shipped all the way across the country to help us with another install. All right, so I need 30 likes. Maybe a couple more subscribers would be awesome, and we'll have a special guest on our next video. Thanks for joining RTT today. Johnny Mac signing off. Y'all have a wonderful day.